Deep dive. This is a wonderful platform to join when you listen to our Unpassive Journey. And we're starting our webinar today. It's a beautiful day, Thursday, March 20th, 2025. Seriously. Yes, March 20th. And we are starting our webinar with a wonderful signature tune gifted to us by Sister Lerato Shadare, one of our global ambassadors. And Dr. Derek is going to play that music for us. Thank you so much for joining today, and please stay tuned. Over to you, Dr. Derek.
Your next stop is on passive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. After we've gone out and we searched, and we searched, we finally came to a stop, which is called unpassive. And that's where we ended up. Unpassive is where we are right now. We searched through other places and we didn't find what we're looking for until we got here. So this is our final stop, nothing else. So let us get ourselves ready to listen to the one and only, our mindset speaker for the day, Queen JW.
No.
Oh, I have it all in reverse. Our mindset speaker is the one and only Queen Yvonne Finn from Canada. We've seen her in several forums. She is a host with the Dream Team on Sundays, and she has a daily show with Dr. Yvonne Mundi. Honestly, if you miss anything, just you know where to find her. She's a wonderful host. She's a great inspirational speaker. And when she speaks, have your pen and paper because whatever she shares resonates with you. Our CEO says we have the physical mindset, which he's providing us. And Dr. Derek and a lot of us in this and other platforms, we stress on the on the mental part, because the mind is what determines where we go and how we get there, what route we take to get to our final destination. And there are several routes that leads to your destiny. Some people take the longer road, some take the shortcuts, or we call it conshot, whatever language you choose to use. So let's listen to our sister, Queen Yvonne Finn, as she shares with us the mindset for today, which is about the scout mindset. Thank you, sis. Over to you.
Thank you, Sister Debbie, and greetings, everyone, and thank you for having me again. It's an honor and privilege. Thank you, Dr. Derek, for the invite. So we're just going to go right into it. So it's a long title, but I just gave Dr. Derek the first part of it. It says it's the scout mindset versus the soldier mindset. It's unlocking growth through open exploration. And I have a couple of quotes that says, true wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. And that's from the philosopher Socrates. And then there's another quote that says, we must admit when we are wrong and remain willing to evolve when verifiable data demands change. The way we approach information, learning, and decision-making significantly impacts our personal and professional growth. Two contrasting mindsets, the soldier mindset and the scout mindset, illustrate the difference between defending beliefs and actively seeking accurate information or data, some say data. While both have their uses, adopting a scout mindset is key to adaptability, learning, and long-term success. So I'll first go with the soldier mindset. The soldier mindset means defending at all costs. A soldier's primary duty is to defend, to protect, and to hold their ground. In this context of mindset, this translates to resisting new information, prioritizing defending one's existing beliefs over exploring alternative perspectives. In the soldier mindset, we default to what is called motivated reasoning. It means interpreting facts in a way that confirms existing biases or of objectively evaluating them instead of objectively. It's part of what we're calling now, what is the new term, confirmation bias, right? And it also has an emotional investment component in being right, protecting self-esteem or group identity, often at the expense of what is actually true. This is all the soldier mindset. Difficulty in adapting. When faced with contradictory evidence, the instinct is to justify rather than to reassess. While the soldier mindset can be useful in moments requiring confidence, persuasion, or resilience, it can also lead to poor judgment and resistance to growth when it is overused. Now we go to the scout mindset, exploring for truth or accuracy. A scout's role is to gather intelligence, whether it's in our lives or in battle. They survey the terrain, uncover the true situation. In a mindset context, this means curiosity over certainty, seeking to understand the world as accurately as possible, rather than proving oneself right. Intellectual humility, willingness to change one's mind when presented with better, more compelling evidence. This is all about the scout's mindset. Open-minded investigation, actively looking for diverse perspectives and questioning assumptions. Adaptability and growth, recognizing that learning from mistakes and new information leads to better decision-making. In military operations, an Army scout doesn't engage just to fight. They observe, they gather intelligence, and help the commanders to make informed decisions. This is exactly how a scout mindset functions in our personal and professional lives. The cost of a closed mind. A closed mind, like a soldier entrenched in a position, resists change and rejects new ideas. And this can result in stunted learning, a reluctance to accept feedback or explore new concepts of growth. Poor problem solving, this is what's going to come from that. Failing to consider alternative solutions leads to ineffective decision-making, difficult relationships, inflexibility, and lack of empathy strain interactions and teamwork, resistance to innovation. A business or individual unwilling to adapt to new realities risks obsolescence. By contrast, a growth mindset closely linked to a scout's approach embraces challenges, learns from mistakes, and sees setbacks as opportunities for improvement. The power of reconnaissance in thought. Just as a military scout reconnoiter, whatever it is, reconnoiter, that's the word I'm looking for, reconnoiter the battleground to provide valuable intelligence, a mental scout explores knowledge to gain a clearer, broader view of reality. The key is to survey your beliefs. Are they built on solid evidence or emotional defense mechanisms? Seek alternative perspectives. Are you genuinely open to viewpoints that challenge your own? Adjust based on the evidence. Are you willing to revise your stance when faced with compelling new information? The most effective leaders, thinkers, and innovators don't cling to outdated maps. They update their understanding as they gather more intelligence. They reconnoiter, not just react. Both the soldier and the scout mindsets have their roles, but the ability to shift into a scout mindset is what separates those who grow from those who stagnate. The next time you encounter a challenging idea, ask yourself, am I here to defend or am I here to learn? A scout mindset leads to clearer thinking, better decisions, and a path of continuous growth. In a world that's constantly changing, the best way to stay ahead is to keep exploring. And the acronym for this discussion is the word SEE, S-E-E. So we survey, that's the S, actively gather information with curiosity and an open mind, like a scout, scanning the terrain. This step is about observing facts, perspectives, and possibilities without bias. It's not about confirming what you already believe, but seeking the full picture. And then the first E is to evaluate. Analyze the information objectively. Ask, what is true? What are my blind spots? Am I defending a belief, which is the soldier mindset, or seeking clarity, which is the scout mindset? This stage is about intellectual humility, being willing to adjust your stance based on the evidence. Expand, that's the second E. Broaden your understanding and perspective. Growth happens when you move beyond your comfort zones, challenge assumptions, and embrace learning. A true scout mindset doesn't stop at gathering and evaluating. It continuously adapts and evolves. And I came across this quote that says, you either expand or you become expendable. And none of us wants that, do we? No, thank you very much for listening. That's me. Thank you, Dr. Derek and everyone.
Wow. Sister Yvonne, my computer just died.
I'm sorry. I can't
I'm
help
just
you.
signing in now from my phone.
Okay.
Oh Lord. Sorry I missed the last part of it, but I did hear the beginning about the soldier and the scout mindset.
Yes.
And we have them in our groups.
Yes.
The question is, do we recognize who they
Who
are,
is
and
who? Yes.
do we emulate them?
Yeah.
And because it's useful in our lives, that's how I see it. But if you see it and you do not acknowledge it, then it's not helping us.
Useful. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not useful at all.
No, not at
So
all.
thank you so much.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, I don't have my screen, so from my phone, I cannot see if any hand is up because I was trying to.
No, Dr. Benny is here and she's shaking her head. No, nobody's up. No hands are up here.
Oh, how do I see my entire screen on my phone? I'm only seeing you, that's why.
Oh, okay, all right.
So Debbie, if you want to see the entire screen,
On my phone?
yeah, and then you have to, you see I don't know, if you look at the bottom of your Zoom, there are 3 dots. Just click and you move from it. So you're on the speaker view, that's why. Click on the next box, you'll see.
Oh, okay.
It's showing, well, that's the participants. Okay, no hand is up. Welcome, sis. Good to hear your voice.
Wow, sorry, I did not want to interrupt. You know, I was trying to type, I wasn't fast. With all the scout mindset and soldier mindset, she ended with the word C. I think she said survey, expatiate. Did I get it right? Can you just repeat the C, Sister Yvonne? I was trying to type, but I couldn't type that first.
I was muted. I was muted, sister. Yes, I will repeat it for you. So it's an acronym C, the word C, S-E-E. And the first one is S, survey. And the second one is evaluate. You want me to? Yes.
And expand. No, just a survey, evaluate. I think expand. The last one.
Correct. Okay. You're correct. Yes.
It's the evaluate that I was mixing up. Wow.
Okay.
You see? Wow. Since it sums all this mindset into C. You know, when we survey, then we can evaluate. When we evaluate, we have to expand.
Yes,
Because you don't want to expand. Thank
you,
Sister. Very nice.
All right. Thank you so much, Sister P. It's so good to hear your voice and great having you today and having you whenever
I decided to take a 5 minute out of that computer. I've been sitting there since yesterday with only 3 hours sleep. So I'm like, no.
Didn't I tell you not to do that?
You did, my sister. Thanks. I'm glad that I came in. You know, this was powerful. And I see Queen JW is ready to fire added on what you've said.
Yes. Come on, let's go. Let's do it.
Absolutely. That's what we're going to do. Thank you. Thank you once more, Queen Yvonne.
Thank you.
Dr. Benny, you want to come in here before I call on our next speaker?
Queen JW, proceed, sugar.
I just want to say thank you for that
Okay.
amazing presentation
Thank you,
because you know
sister.
it helped us to recognize if we have a scout mindset or a soldier mindset, you know, and I like the acronym, you know, survey, evaluate, and
And
expand.
expand. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
And that is so amazing. Thank you for bringing that to our mindset.
I love that.
Because
Thank
we
you.
need it. We need it. Okay,
Yeah.
so thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you.
Thank you so much. Same here.
Oh, so you love her? I didn't know
Of
that.
course.
Stop it, Dr. Penny.
All right. Good evening, my brothers and sisters, my queens and kings around the globe. Welcome to this amazing webinar. I just want to thank each and everyone for coming here. But the most important person I want to thank is our Heavenly Father for bringing you and I together this evening. The reason is because not everyone is breathing. But you and I, God brought you guys here for a purpose. I just want to thank God for everything, man. Sometimes I try to find out, I say, Father, where are you? But anyway, He brought Queen Yvonne Finn to us for this amazing mindset. I would say what? Extraordinary mindset. Well, I never knew about what is scout mindset. I didn't know what it was. But I want to really thank God for bringing you here. And I also I want to thank our King, Dr. Derek, for this amazing platform. By you guys coming to this platform, it's for all of us to learn. But people don't understand. And again, when it comes to mindset, our CEO has always emphasized on mindset. And that is why Dr. Derek said, how do they say, Queen Debbie, lalai to lalai, right? Mindset is very important to Dr. Derek. That is why he decided to invite Queen Yvonne Finn, Queen JW, who always present to us about our mindset, Queen Doris as well, Dr. Doris. I really want to appreciate you. Just like you said, see, survey, evaluate. When you survey, then you evaluate, and then you have to expand.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
We all learn from this.
Yes.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank
Hopefully
you.
you come back again and survey us.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Dr.
Thank you. Queen Debbie, I
All
appreciate
right.
you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Benny. I'm not muted, right?
No, you're not.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you. Keep smiling. I love that smile.
you.
It brightens the next speaker. I know Queen JW always smiles, but when you smile and then she comes up, the smile is just, it transforms into something unique. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
So our next speaker is Queen JW, and she's going to talk to us about what we need to know about cancer. She talks about a lot of things, and we do know who she is, an inspirational speaker. She's an entrepreneur and a talk show host, a mom and a grandmom who puts her heart into helping us be in the right mindset. And she has a talk show. She has a talk show. In case you don't know that, now you know, right? So please, let's listen to Queen JW as she shares with us her wonderful topic of what we need to know about cancer. Over to you, Queen JW.
Yes, thank you so much, Queen Debbie. I appreciate you. You're the host with the most. Thank you, and Dr. Derek, for this amazing platform and all the other leaders, the brand ambassadors / affiliates. I welcome you all. I appreciate your support. And we just have to give thanks to Mr. Ashmafara for bringing us along on this amazing journey. You know, like Queen Queen Debbie said earlier, people are talking to her about why we still talking about on passive. Well, our passive didn't go anywhere unless they went, you know. So our passive is here to stay, and we're gonna hang on in there with him because we're in it to win it. Definitely. And I want to thank our Heavenly Father for making it all possible. Because without him, none of this we wouldn't all be here. And we would not be learning and loving on one another and growing. So it's amazing. It's amazing. God is good and forever faithful. And yes, tonight we're going to talk. The topic is definitely about what we need to know about cancer. And I think it's almost like something cancer have become so normal, like it's nothing now, because you hear it every day. People are dying left and right. Some don't even know they have cancer, and when they find out, it's already too late. It's devastating, and a lot of it is because we're not either aware, uh, our lifestyles, the pollution in the air, the food we eat, so many different things that can cause cancer. So tonight I'm gonna try to cover as much as I can because it's so much, but at least you will know of the causes, you will know of the symptoms, treatment, and all those things that goes along with cancer. What to eat, what not to eat, what to avoid, all that great stuff. So we're going to start. What is cancer? Now, cancer is a group of diseases characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells in the body. And usually that's the white blood cells. If left untreated, cancer can result in serious complications, even death. It can develop in almost any tissue or organ and may spread to other parts of the body. And the word they use in the medical field will be metastasize. That means it's spread from one organ or one tissue to another. Now, there's other little areas like cysts and polyps and tumors. I wanted to just briefly touch on those. A cyst is a fluid-filled sac that develop in various tissues. And most cysts are benign. That means they're not cancerous, but some may require monitoring or removal. And polyps, of course, is abnormal growth that usually form in the mucous membranes, such as the colon. So while most polyps are benign, some can become cancerous over time. And I know some of us, when we do our colonoscopy, I know me for sure. One time I had, I think, one or two. The next time there were 7, but thank God they were all benign. And then tumors, masses of tissue that develop due to abnormal cell growth. The tumors is almost like a trash can. They tend to hold all the garbage, the toxic, when the body gets out of order because of so much toxic in our bodies. And tumors can be benign, non-cancerous, or malignant, means cancerous. That word malignant means cancerous. And with malignant tumors having the potential to invade nearby tissue and spread. So there's 4 main type of cancer. They have the carcinomas, the most common type of cancer, and that one originated in the skin or tissue that line the internal organs, for example, our lung, our breast, our colon, and of course, our prostate. And sarcomas is number 2. That's that cancer that begins in the connective tissue, such as your bones, your muscles, fat, or your cartilage. And the leukemias, of course, those are blood cancers of the blood forming tissues, such as your bone marrow, leading to an overproduction of abnormal white blood cells. And the lymphomas, or the lymphomas, Though cancer that develop in the lymphatic system, which is part of the immune system, for example, the Hodgkin's lymphoma, and the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, let's talk about the symptoms of cancer. The symptoms of cancer vary depending on the type and the location of the disease. The common sign and symptoms include unexplained weight loss. Sometimes we lose weight so rapidly, and I'm not talking about 5 pounds, but 10, 20. That's alarming. That's cause for a cause of concern. Persistent fatigue. You know, I remember my sister, she was said, I was so tired, I have no energy. Changes in your bowel or bladder habits, persistent cough or hoarseness, lumps or swelling in any part of the body, unusual bleeding or discharge, and difficulty swallowing. Now, causes of cancer can develop due to various factors, including genetic mutation, exposure to carcinogens, for example, tobacco smoke, radiation, asbestos, certain chemicals. You know, I remember when I worked in New York and Bronx, Lebanon, in the outpatient psychiatric clinic, there was asbestos in the building that we were working in. And they put some kind of light, a fluorescent light, ultraviolet light. I don't know if that was going to help the situation, but a lot of the old buildings still have asbestos in it, especially in places like New York that hasn't really, the buildings are more stable. You just can't renovate so easily because they are old buildings. It takes a lot of work and a lot of money. So sometimes it goes unnoticed and people start getting sick, and that's when something actually gets done, hopefully. And then we have chronic infection like HPV, hepatitis B and C, and the H. pylori. Okay, unhealthy lifestyle choices that we make. For instance, poor diet, lack of physical activity, excessive alcohol consumption. You know, some of these things we take it for granted, but we don't know how much it plays in a role. And we keep on hearing it in every, we hear it from Dr. T, we heard it from Dr. Paul, we heard from Dr. Derek, myself, and we continue to hear the same thing: diet, exercise, diet and exercise. Watch what we eat. But we think we don't have to until we get sick. And then don't talk about the environment where we don't have any control. You know, the pollution. The only way we could do is move to the country somewhere just to get away. But then some people have to come, drive so far to get to work. The ultraviolet radiation from the sun itself. You know, we wear sunshades, your hats on your head, long sleeve clothing. Those are things to protect you from the ultraviolet radiation, besides the toxic sun screen lotion that can do more harm. And, cancer is now the second most common killer. They don't call it disease, they call it a killer in the United States, and it's steadily increasing. Now, there's prevention of cancer. While not all cancers can be prevented, several measures can reduce the risk. So we can avoid tobacco, especially secondhand smoking. Maintain a healthy, maintain a healthy diet rich in fruits and vegetables and whole grains. Exercise regularly. Maintain a healthy weight. Obesity also links to cancer because it's the fact. Limit alcohol consumption if you must drink. Protect your skin from excessive sun exposure. Get vaccinated against cancer-associated viruses like the HPV. I remember when my kids was in junior high, they will be given that as part of the vaccination. and it's a series. You just don't get one vaccine. Hepatitis B, and regular screening and early detection. Now, treatment of cancer depends on the type, the stage, the location of the cancer, and the common treatment options include surgery to remove the cancerous tumors, chemotherapy, which should be probably last on the list. That's use of drugs to kill the cancer cells, but it also helps damage organs, tissue, and your good cells. Radiation therapy. That's use of a high energy radiation to destroy against the cancer cells. But at the same time, when you're destroying one thing, you're damaging the next. And they don't really talk about that part. I can tell you that. They only talk about the therapy. I'm going to get you. You're going to feel a little better and blah, blah, blah. Okay? Target. Then they have the immunotherapy. That's a more newer, advanced cancer treatment. And that's stimulating the immune system to fight cancer. So that one sounds a little more, maybe I could work with that one because you're going to help my body to fight against the cancer instead of destroying my good and my bad, and causing me to be sick. And God knows how many years I will live after that. And then you have the hormone therapy for hormone-related cancer, such as your breast or prostate cancer. And then they have the stem cell transplant, and that's in cases like leukemia and lymphoma cancers. Now, nutrition for cancer patients. Proper nutrition plays a critical role in supporting cancer patients during the treatment and recovery. Beneficial dietary choices include high protein foods, for example, lean meats. But at one point, no meat should be eaten at all. But some people, they love their meat so much. Eggs, nuts. Healthy fat should be olive oil, avocados, and fish. Whole grain should be brown rice, oats, quinoa, or however you say that one. And then you have fresh fruits and vegetables rich in antioxidants and vitamins, plenty of fluids to stay hydrated and support your overall health. And the best water to drink is distilled water. Now, the foods to avoid. Certain foods may contribute to cancer risks or negatively impact treatment. And these include processed and red meats. People love red meat, and especially steaks. They love to eat them rare with the blood running out of them. It's no good. My mother loved to eat her steak like that. But she's not here today because she also died from lung cancer. Okay? Sugary foods and beverages. Cancer loves sugar. I remember when the ambulance came to pick my sister up, and the attendant said, "Cancer loves sugar." Processed sugar. There's healthy sugar. Remember our Heavenly Father, and I always got to go back to him because he clearly stated there's good and bad in everything. What's so hard to take the good? But the word also said it's easier for us to do bad than to do good. So maybe we just love hurting ourselves. And excessive alcohol. They don't say you can't drink, but you don't have to drink excessively, overdo it. Fry and highly processed foods. I was at a wake last night, and I saw the young people drinking Red Bull. That's what they call it, Red Bull. They were drinking it like it was a soda. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was something they toast, they do with drinks. But they was actually drinking it like a soda. I was shocked. Oh my God. Anyway, food with artificial additives and preservatives, and that's the processed foods. Now, nutrients and herbs beneficial for cancer patients. Several nutrients and herbs may support cancer prevention and treatment. They don't want to say that it does, but it does. Vitamin D, of course, support the immune system. And a lot of people don't get enough vitamin D. And when they're out in the sun, they say the sun is too hot, or there's some kind of excuse. But you can protect yourself from the sun. You don't have to stay for 2 hours. 15 minutes to 20 minutes in the sun. You're not going to stand right there. You can sit in a way where it's not directed to you. The sun has its own way of entering into our body. I think it entered through the eyes. I remember talking about that some time back. Okay. So get out there and get that sun. Get the natural sun that you don't have to pay for. You don't have to go to the pharmacy and figure out, well, which vitamin D should I get? Because all of them on the shelf is not good. Number one. So now you got to figure that out. When you could go outside and get some free D and no side effects. Anyway, then you have the turmeric, and turmeric has become so famous. It has anti-inflammatory, and it's also an anti-cancer. It also includes anti-cancer properties. So you can't lose. Get your turmeric, wash it good, hit it a lash, pour some nice boiling water over it, fill it a nice glass bottle, and drink it throughout the day. Simple. If you don't like the taste, add a little honey or dates. That's the safest sugar that not dates. It didn't mention dates, but it mentioned blackstrap molasses. Green tea. The Chinese been always drinking it. After their meals, a hot cup of green tea all the time. And they are consistent with it. It's almost like religiously they do it, because it's a practice, a habit that became a practice to them. And we can do the same. And then we have, well, it's rich in antioxidant that help fight cancer cells. Garlic. I always, when I go to the market, especially during COVID time, people was buying garlic like they were going crazy, because they know the benefits. But the ones who don't know the benefits, those the ones looking like, why they buying all that garlic? They want boy, they bread gonna be stinking. That's what they will be saying, but they don't know the actual benefits of garlic. It's an antibiotic by itself. It does so many other things. So garlic is effective against certain cancers, not all, but some. And remember, some things work for some people better than it worked for others. So you will have to be your own guinea pig at times, because you're a guinea pig for the pharmaceuticals anyway. Why not be your own guinea pig? And then you got the omega-3 fatty acids. Of course, that is found in fish and in flax seeds. You don't have to go to the pharmacy to buy your fish. You don't have to go to the pharmacy to get flax seeds. When God talks about the fruits and the vegetables, he used the word meat, but he doesn't mean actual meat. He said the fruits and vegetables shall be your meat. I don't know where we came off the charts. I don't know who introduced us to meat, and there it just became a whole mess. Some people think they can't do without it. Well, you got to season it and clean it and all that before you can even eat it. So how are you going to say you love me? Can you eat it raw? I don't think so. But some people do now. And so that helps reduce inflammation in the body. Now, what to avoid during your cancer treatment: exposure to environmental toxins, pesticides, pollutants, excessive stress. Practice stress management, and we have learned the best from Dr. Paul himself. We cannot go wrong with that. He gave us the techniques. We ourselves hold the answers. We can heal ourselves. We can cure ourselves, but yet we run to the doctor to help us. but they themselves don't know how because they were taught to what to do. It's not like they had a gift from heaven and that, hey, we know exactly what to do. When God do use some doctors in that sense, he used some of us. He tell us if you have a pain, he'll tell you somehow in your dreams, he'll say, well, get up and put that on there. And you get up the next day, you say, you know, something told me to go use this. So we have it all. God gave us everything. These are just tactics that they use to oppress and kill people legally, not illegal, but legally killing people. They have the license to do it. They're the biggest drug dealers beside the little man outside. And we take all this stuff for granted. Some people trust the doctors with all their heart more than they trust God. They don't even want to change their doctor. I had him for years, no matter if he's doing good or bad. It got to be really bad before they decide, I got to find another doctor. By that time, you already messed up. Oh, my Lord. Help us, Lord. Help us. And then you have to, excessive stress. You got to practice stress management techniques like meditation or yoga. Meditate on your word. Do some stretching right in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go to a gym where you're breathing in each other toxins, air conditioned, AC no good. The fresh air is the best. And you don't have to do much if you just walk. Just walk. Walk and keep me fit. I can't get it every day. Or I decide when I don't want to go. It's not that I can't do it every day. I can. But sometimes I say, okay, I got this to do. Okay, I'm not going to do it today. But I get my walking in. You know, you got to get out there and walk. It might not make me live forever, but it will increase my longevity. So let's stay focused. Let's think about us. We got to think about us. Not our jobs, not our bank account, none of those things. We need to start thinking about us because without us, ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. We can't help nobody. And you see some of the unpassed Siberians, some of them are going home. They're sick. And it didn't just happen yesterday. This is years of us destroying our temples because was unaware. We believe in a system that wasn't for us. It's not about us. It's about money and power. You can see from our amazing president that we have now. We got more to worry about now than ever. But we don't need to worry. We need to organize and we need to fix ourselves so we can deal with the stuff that's coming ahead of us. We don't need to get stressed out. We don't need to get worried. We need to do the things that's going to make us healthy to deal with it. If you're sick, you can't fight. If you're sick, you can't fight. You already lost the battle. Oh my God, help us, Lord. And then unverified alternative treatments. You have to consult a healthcare professional before trying alternative therapies. Yes, they don't want us to try alternative therapies. A matter of fact, they don't want us treating cancer at all on our own. So your best bet you share what you can, but don't say, oh, I'm taking turmeric at home. Some of them get very offended. Oh, we went to school. You didn't. And they will tell you that to your face. So you have to be your best advocate. You have to use wisdom. Use wisdom. All our lives is at stake. Even me talking to you. I could be eating this and eating that, but I still got the environment to deal with. I still don't know the fruits I'm buying if they're 100%. Only if I get it from my garden. I think I told somebody the other day, if I have to eat figs for the rest of my life, I'd rather eat figs. I know I'll be alive. I know I will be healthy. And I will eat the grass too. Because the dog eat the grass, they ain't got no problem. You don't see nobody dying from the grass. Except for the ones that got pesticide. Now, I don't recommend y'all eat that. But I can eat my grass in my house, in my yard, because there ain't no pesticides there. You see, there's a difference. Okay? But it might boil down to that. You just don't know how this world is going to go. And then they have some sample research studies. And they did it with a lot of, okay. A 12 years research study of more than 5,000 vegetarians and over 6,000 meat eaters found that vegetarian diets reduce the risk of death from all causes, including cancer. So a vegetarian diet is not bad. That's what God is talking about anyway. I have iguanas around here, and all they eat is the leaf from the trees. And people slaughter them or kill them, and they make iguana soup and whatever they want. I remember as a little girl, my mother cooked iguana, but I didn't know it was that. And I said, "Oh, this tastes like chicken," and it's so the meat is so nice and clean and pretty, So that's one. Then there was another study. Then a follow-up study was done by the Harvard of nearly 46,000 men aged 40 to 75. And what was found that fat helps tumors to grow more quickly. The culprits of saturated fats are beef, pork, and processed meat. All those cold cuts you see in the supermarket look so pretty. I'm going to have some ham and some bologna, girl. I'm going to get some cheese. Oh my gosh. It tastes so good. Look out. Danger. Sometimes I walk into the supermarket here and I see them turning colors green. I say, well, why don't they take those nasty things out of the refrigerator? That doesn't make you want to buy them. That make you say, oh my gosh, that's how it turned. Number one, if you don't eat those cold cuts within a day or two, it starts to grow a white bacterial film on top of it, and it even starts to smell. That's why Publix, when they open it, they get rid of it the same day because they can't sell it again. It's full of nitrates and nitrites. It tells you on the package. But if you don't read it, you're taking that stuff in. And don't talk about the sodium. Cold cuts is not for us. I don't know who they made it for, but it's not for us. Saturated fats, meats, whole milk, dairy products, and fats, oils such as butter, margarine, and mayonnaise. I see people buy their Chinese food here, and honey, they take a scoop of mayonnaise and they put it on there. I don't know if that's to make it go down smoother or taste better, but you're killing yourself more. Clogging your arteries. It's not healthy. Mayonnaise is not healthy. Make your own at home. Olive oil, 1 egg, and I think maybe I'm not sure if it's some vinegar to keep it. But that's it. My daughter make her own mayonnaise at home for her children to eat. It is dangerous out there. We have to take heed. Too much people are dying. And it was repeatedly found that eating meat fat is a cause of cancer. They didn't say was or maybe, they said is a cause of cancer. Another study of almost 90,000 women whom ate red meat daily more likely to have colon cancer. Throw that red meat out. It ain't worth it. So now I move on. That was the studies. And I'm reaching to the conclusion. But before I go to the conclusion, I want to say Do not take supplement iron. It encourages the growth of cancer cells. Nutritions that we should probably try to add in our diets is raw apricot kernels, which is good for healing, helping with the healing of cancer. Cherries, the tart cherries, not the ones that taste nice and sweet, but the tart is even good for before going to bed to give to your small children to help them to sleep well. Honey or blackstrap molasses should be the sugars that you use. And the best cancer fighting foods are the carotenes, which is carotene rich foods, which is the carrots, the yams, the green vegetables, tomatoes, also all foods that are red, orange, and yellow. Cancer. In conclusion, cancer is a complex disease influenced by genetic, environmental, and lifestyle factors. While it cannot always be prevented, adopting a healthy lifestyle, undergoing regular screenings, and seeking early treatment can significantly improve your outcomes. Advances in cancer research continue to offer new hope through improved treatments and target therapies. So staying informed and maintaining a balanced diet and prioritizing overall well-being are essential steps in the fight against cancer. I thank each and every one of you for your listening ear. I hope this information brings some kind of urgency. I will say urgency because cancer is like a vine. It's taking people down left and right. Left and right. You hear me? Every day you're hearing somebody dying from cancer. And you know the people who are dying from cancer are those that are underdiagnosed. My sister was underdiagnosed. She didn't even know. And when she did knew, it was rapid. In 2 months, she was gone. Not 5 months, not 6 months, not even a year. And that's why I hope this information will not only enlighten you, but help you to have a better understanding how important what we do today can be our tomorrows. So if you want to help Mr. Ashmafara to uplift humanity and you want to uplift our families and our friends and our communities, we got to be healthy to do it. And then we can teach others how to be healthy.
Yeah.
You know, the majority of the people out there are not eating healthy. And I look at it every day when I'm in the supermarket. Anywhere I go, I just look and say, oh my gosh. Some people I try to tell, you know, read your label, sir. What does that say? And then they have it in fine writing so people don't have their glasses, their specs to read it. So it's already turned off when you see those little letters, you know. But anything with a paragraph or two, leave it on the shelf. So I thank each and every one of you. My name is Jacqueline. I appreciate each and every one of you.
Wow, 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 wow. JW, thank you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you for reinforcing the importance and the relevance of healthy eating. Education is key. If some people did not know, if you did not know, if you're a listener now, live or in the future, and you did not know, now you hear it from someone who has done a lot of work with what you just heard. And sometimes some people claim that they don't know. If you do not know, ask. If you go shopping, you see things you do not understand, as Queen JW is saying, call somebody in the store and ask for some clarification. You did talk about the healthy eating, all those things that you mentioned. Yes, they are available. But believe me, depending on which part, I don't know how it is, Queen Yvonne Finn in Canada, but in the US, people who live on government subsidies, when they give them the subsidies, they are allowed to buy only certain foods. And the foods that they're authorized to buy with those food stamps, unfortunately, is very, very unhealthy. It's processed, and processed food.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Ignorance sometimes, and when you see this, anyway, I don't want to restate what you just said, but let's just know this. I buy everything that Queen JW says 100%. In my house, I don't even eat quinoa because quinoa is already pre-cleaned. I eat the African one called finu.
Finu, okay.
Finu or finua. The processed one is called quinoa. And the one, it's called finu or finua. It is cheaper than what you will pay for this other one here, and it is 100% natural and not healthy. Why are they not? Why is it not being advertised here? Because they know the relevance of it in our system. All the herbs and things you mentioned are very helpful. So let us be advocates of our health, people. You heard it. Let's be advocates of our health. Thank you so much, Queen JW. I know our listeners may have been listening and had notes and questions for you. And because I'm looking from my phone and trying to switch and look for buttons, I'm only seeing one.
Do you see that? I'm sorry.
Dr. T.
Dr. Punisha has her hand up. You see that? No?
No, I was just going to pass it to Dr. Benny if she's in the house. But thank you, Queen Yvonne, for seeing that.
Okay.
Dr. T, proceed, because I was trying to find where I can see raised hands. Oh, yeah, I have the screen now.
Okay, good.
Thank you, JW. As always, awesome. And I really do appreciate you taking time to bring this information. All of you know, well, I'm sure most of you know that I am a cancer survivor. And it's so important, as JW pointed out, you have to, I don't care how well you take care of yourselves, but I don't think there's anything wrong with going to see doctors for prevention. Okay, you want to stay well enough, but your health is in your blood. Your life is in your blood. And they can tell everything about you through your blood. I know people who lived a very healthy lifestyle. They ate well, they exercised, they had, the environment was good for them, but they still got cancer. Okay, they still got cancer. And it's really, really sad. I remember this woman was a Christian. She served God, and she was very, very adamant about eating well. So I'm not saying don't eat well. I agree with that. She's right. But my whole point is that cancer is one of those insidious diseases. And I'm pretty sure that Queen JW will tell you this. It can, like she said, it might be hereditary. You might have that gene, and you don't know what may trigger it. Okay, it might be the environment. You might be doing everything right, everything, eating right, exercising, all that. It might be like you might go somewhere, touch a flower, touch a piece of soil, touch a fabric. You never know. You might drink some water one day, whatever it might be, and that parasite will get into your system. You don't know. That's why it's so important to have your regular physicals, have your regular blood work. I told you when I gave you all my testimony, I had not seen a doctor, and thank you so much for allowing me to have this time, because I'm not going to monopolize the time. I know it's late and you all want to go to the after party, so I'm not going to be here long. But my point is that I hadn't seen a doctor in over 10 years. Wow. Shame on me. Yes, I know that. Shame on me. Over 10 years. And here I was, somebody who wanted to be a transformational speaker. I wanted to be an example to other women. You know where I'm going with that, right? So how can I be an example? This was many, many years ago, because I have my physicals now. I do that now. But how can I be an example to other women when I wasn't doing the very thing I should be doing for me, taking care of me? And when I did have my physical, I appeared, here's the key word, I appeared to be in the picture of health. The doctor was so impressed. Oh, you perfect specimen. But when they took that blood work, Queen JW, that told a different story.
Sure
that blood
did.
told a different story. My hemoglobin count was low. For a woman my size, I'm a medium large frame woman. And so therefore my hemoglobin should be like 10 or 11. Mine was a 5 or 6.
Mm.
That's a red light right there. Something's wrong. Okay, that something was wrong, and it got to the point where the pain was so excruciating, and I wasn't feeling any symptoms before I went to see the doctor. It was like weeks afterwards when I started feeling these symptoms.
Wow.
And by the time they discovered the cancer, I was in the 4th and last
Advanced.
stage.
Yep.
I had a tumor in my chest, the size of a large lemon, 9 centimeters, and I had one on my spine.
Wow.
I was getting ready to go into paralysis. I remember in my hospital room, the neurologist, the neurosurgeon, the oncologist, the radiologist, they were standing around my bed trying to figure out what are we going to do.
Mm.
They were more concerned about the tumor on my spine because they were afraid I could have gone into paralysis.
Paralyzed.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm an advocate for prevention. And I know a lot of these doctors don't always take care of you, and the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. I get it. But like JW said, we've got to be more proactive, and we all fall short. I mean, maybe you may be the kind of person like, but for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be very transparent. I love sweets. I always have. When I was just a little girl, I've always loved sweets. So I have to curtail that and really try to be more disciplined. And sometimes I fall off the wagon. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling stressed or anxious, I'll eat more sweets than I should. But then I know I find myself pulling back. And I try to eat the healthy vegetables and the healthy fruits and lean meats and things like that. Okay, so I try to do those things and take supplements. So I don't. My whole entire diet is not just sweets. I'm not doing that. I don't eat like that. But what you're saying, though, I really do appreciate what you've done and what you're sharing, JW, because cancer is a disease, and he comes with a vengeance when he comes.
Yep.
He's not coming to play pity pat with you. So once he gets there, it's like, I'm here, and what you gonna do about it? That's his attitude. That's his attitude. You know what I'm saying? So stay stress-free. Try to stay stress-free. Stay away from toxic relationships. Take care of your financial health. Yes, I said that, because when you're financially broke, that's stress.
That's
one of the biggest stressors. Make sure that you're not involved in toxic relationships. Make sure you eat well, get enough rest, and exercise. Those are the key. And put God first.
Yes, indeed.
Like Queen Benny, Dr. Benny always said, give praise and honor to your heavenly Father.
Amen.
And if you serve Jesus Christ, give him credit for the work that he did on the cross. Because if it wasn't for that, none of us would be here.
Amen.
So I just wanted to say that. Thank you so much, JW. You're a blessing. You are a phenomenal woman of God. Thank you so much.
Thank you
so much.
You're welcome, Dr. T.
All right. Thank you, Dr. T. Queen Yvonne, I see your hand up.
Yes, you do see my hand up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dr. T, for that. And also thank you, Dr. Queen JW. I mean, you really covered it all there. So I've actually had the experience where the doctors will tell you they don't know anything about nutrition. The specialist or whatever, that's not their field. So they don't do that. But one thing I also heard that they have been saying is that we all have the ability in our bodies that is why what you're saying about eating healthy and staying healthy all over in a holistic way is so important, because we all have the ability, because what the cancer cells are, they're a mutated cell, but we are supposed to have, I forgot what they're called, but they're killer cells, and they're supposed to be able to destroy those so that they don't have a chance to multiply.
Right.
And so if our immune system is absolutely strong as it should be, and we have some control over that, whether it's genetic or not, we still do by eating properly, as you said, cutting out all this tons of red meat that people like to just and sit around with it sitting in your stomach, and then you don't have good movements, and it's so we are very culpable in our destroying ourselves as well. And I know, because I sit too much. I'm going to have to ask Dr. Derek how to set up a standing desk and start standing about the way he does, because I'm telling you, I enjoy sitting at the computer and working research, this and that. I just love it, right? So I have to force myself, as you say now, to get outside, get that 15 minutes of sunshine, get some as fresh as you can get it these days, fresh air, buy some good fruits, vegetables, and just take care of yourself and not be stressed out, because we all have the ability. It only takes a few of them to get out of control and we are in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
So thank you so much. This is a very powerful and empowering presentation, and let those who have ears to hear.
Amen. Thank you
you.
so much, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yvonne Penn.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Wow. Thank you, Queen Yvonne.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. And thank you to all the queens who are here listening to us. We're so honored and blessed
Yes.
to have you. And we
Yeah.
appreciate you. And we look forward to seeing you again very soon. This is the
Yes,
time for
indeed.
you to raise any questions or comments on Queen JW's presentation. So I'll pause here. Let me look at my tiny phone and see. No more hands up.
Oh, you still don't have your screen back, Queen Debbie?
No, I don't know. My computer has a mind of its own. It's a 14-year-old baby. 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
And someone has donated money for this computer 3 times.
Someone has?
Yes, I just need to buy a new one. I'm so guilty. So it's not back on. So that's why I'm still using my phone.
Okay, well, we make do as best we can, don't we? All right.
Yeah. So I'm looking here to
No
see if
hands.
no hands. And
Yeah, there are no
No.
hands. Yeah.
It's
well,
only Queen.
I'm going to call on Queen Yvonne Fon. You're the last speaker, so I'll call on you to give us your last word, and Queen JW will give us her last word, and I'll call Dr. Derek to give us a closing remarks before we go to our after party session for today. Thank you all, ladies. You're just so awesome. Thank you. Over to you, Queen Yvonne.
Thank you so much. So as I described with both of those mindsets, they all have their place, right? Because the soldier has to hold his position, but only after it's been scouted out properly, because lives can be lost if you don't have the proper evaluation of the situation. But the first thing is to get the information as accurately as you can without any kind of a bias. If the position is not worth holding, don't force it. That is the metaphor or analogy I'm going to stick to. That is how to become an effective and accurate scout. The information must not be crowned with any confirmation bias. It must be as accurate and as impartial and objective as you can make it. And in this world, that's even more so than ever, because we're getting so much information coming at us. We have to be able to do critical thinking. Critical thinking is where it's at right now. In our personal lives, as Queen JW just said, we have to get the information and we have to assess it correctly to our benefit. Thank you, Queen Debbie.
Thank you, Queen Yvonne. Very much appreciated.
Thank
you
you.
always go so sweet to the point, and it's so powerful. Thank you.
Thank
Queen
you.
JW, thank you so much for feeding us with that awesome knowledge about how to prevent. Prevention is better than cure. Let's
Yes,
educate
indeed.
ourselves. We appreciate it. Over to you for your final thoughts for the day.
Well, our Heavenly Father told us exactly what we need to eat and what we should eat and what we should avoid. He gave us everything already. And I don't know where we went wrong, but we got to get back on track. Because Abraham and Adam and all them 900 and something years they lived. And we have a measly 120, I think it's 120.
Yes.
And if we want to even see something close to those numbers, or just to see life and see our grandchildren and their children, that's just an amazing feeling when you can sit back and just look at your generations just before your very eyes and enjoy their lives and and the great grands and so forth. Just the abundant life that God has given us. And we just got to focus on the things that we put in our mouths, you know, the things we put on our body. Like Dr. T said, you could get cancer. It's 100 varieties of cancers. You hear me? And the only one they focus on is skin cancer. They don't focus on the other cancers. The skin cancer, that's their focus. Maybe that's easier for them to deal with. I'm not sure the reason. But let me tell you, if it takes us to eat the right way, to exercise, and it's simple things, it's nothing difficult. Because God said we can do all things in him, in Christ that strengthen us. So we should never lower our standards or lower ourselves and say, no, I can't do that. No, that costs too much. I never put money in front of the things that are good for me. I don't. Because number one, we don't need a big shopping cart anymore, full of debt. That's all it's full of, debt. You pick up as you go. So you don't have to spend all that money and say, oh my God, I can't afford it. If you choose to eat whatever, cabbage and broccoli for the night, well, then buy a cabbage and a broccoli and have it. And maybe it might last for 2 to 3 days. And then you worry about the next day. God always said, don't worry about what you're going to eat and what you're going to drink. But we stock up. And stocking up on things that are no good for us whatsoever. So we got to take heed somewhere. I mean, people are dying. Oh my gosh, I never see so many people dying, and they're not talking about it. Not like COVID. We had a record keeping every day. 5,000, 2,000. Nobody's keeping record now. Okay? So we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to be our best health advocate for ourselves and for our families. Because when you take care of you, you take care of them. And they in turn will take care of their families. But it got to start with us. If we don't set the trend for our families, then they will go down the same lane. They will have the diabetes, they will have the cancers, they will have high cholesterol, they will have bad eating habits, they will be drinking any and anything, and they will be in the same boat. And we will have not succeeded in anything because of disobedience. It have to boil down to disobedience. We don't listen. We can't want children to listen when we adults are not listening. Simple as that. So let's take up the mantle so we can pass it on to our children, and they can pass it on to their children, and we can have healthy lives, and we can have longevity, and we don't have to be sick. We can enjoy life. We can sit around and laugh with one another, hold each other hands. You know, not every minute someone is sick, you have to do this, you have to quit your job. And sometimes people can't even quit their jobs. They got someone else taking care of their parents. I remember when my dad was sick, thank God it wasn't cancer, but he was ill and he needed someone there. I left job and children and I went and took care of my dad. And that was the best thing I could have ever done, because you know why? I'm setting the example for my children. If you don't set the example, there's nothing to follow. So let's start setting the example of eating healthy, exercising, not sitting in front of the TV. The TV is just a distraction to keep you oppressed, for you not to get anywhere but in front of it. It is not worth it. We are worth more than that. You know, God made us. We are a particular generation. We are amazing. And so we got to think ourselves as amazing people and take care of ourselves. So I'm so glad to be, to bring this information. I care. I care for my brothers and sisters. I want all of us to live a good life, a healthy life. Because without health, there's no wealth. And a lot of us are going home and the wealth is still right there. We can't take it with us anyway, but let's enjoy it and share it with others. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful after party. And to God be the glory in all and everything that we do. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, there's
Thank you. Go
Queen
ahead, Queen
Teta,
Yvonne.
Queen Teta has her hands up.
Oh,
Queen Teta King has her hand raised, yes.
Thanks, Yvonne. Thanks, Debbie. I just want to say I came on late, but I'm sure whatever Jackie had to say earlier was very important, and I do look forward to listen it later on in the week. So I just want to thank you, Jackie.
You're welcome.
I was also off the radar for about a week, so I didn't get to wish you happy birthday. So I
Oh,
hope
thanks.
a great birthday on Sunday,
Oh
and
my gosh.
I wish you all the best. And
Thank you.
God
Thank
will
you.
continue to be with you, my dear.
Wow.
Thanks also, Yvonne, for your information on the scouts. Thank you, everybody, and have a great evening.
Thank you, Queen Theta King. You're amazing. Keep up with everything.
Queen Feather in the house, the one and only Queen Feather King. It's an honor to hear your voice, my darling sister.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Derek to say the final word and thank and also, sorry, did I hear
Queen
someone?
Dr. Benny.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
How? I
So
mean,
I
yeah.
called it earlier. I didn't hear. I don't know if it's because I'm using my phone and I cannot see everyone's image, but your voice is distinctive, so I can't miss anyone's voice. It does not matter who it is in this platform. I know your voices. Please proceed, sis. And then you can pass it to Dr. Derek because I need to find my charger for my phone. It's at 10% now, so.
Okay, sure.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie, for this opportunity. Queen JW. You keep talking about grass. Anyway, first I want to appreciate you. Astonishing presentation. When it comes to cancer, a lot of us, I believe all of us should uh, try to understand. I may not know that much, but I have one girl. Well, I attended a webinar. They say that eating red meat. If you eat a lot of red meat, you lose weight. How? Oh, yes. A lot of them, so they were competing to eat that meat. Like say, I'll eat plenty, maybe for like 1 week or two, just eating just red meat. So I was just trying to find out whether it's really true to when you eat red meat, you lose weight.
Well, I don't know if you lose weight, but because you're not having any carbs, that's the whole idea. And people was doing that way back. They were just eating a lot of meat alone without the carbs. So that way they don't have you don't have to you won't meat is only the fat is the problem with the meat. Fat from the meat is the problem. So I don't think you're going to gain weight for just eating meat. It's the carbohydrates and the pastas that helps at the weight. The fat causes another issue.
Oh,
So they
okay.
just people was doing that way back. They just was eating meat. No, they will eat bacon. They will eat any kind of meat, just meat alone. No carbohydrates, no vegetables.
Jackie,
I don't think that is healthy.
is that the
Go
diet
ahead.
called the carnivores? Is it the carnivores diet or something like that?
Yes,
That just
yes,
up your
yes,
meat,
only
Dr.
meat.
Benny. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I know that to me, I don't eat that much meat. First is because it's expensive. Secondly, is because it takes 24 to 48 hours for it to digest in your system. And they told me not to eat that much, so I try to eat fish.
Yes.
Man, I really appreciate you. Hopefully you come back next time to give us more information.
Yes,
For us, we
indeed.
we need it. We need this. It's important. Cancer is killing a lot of people,
Mm.
tons of people. I have a friend who's on cancer. They have cut her breast already. But I was thinking that somebody told me that because she drinks too much cognac, she drinks a lot. That whenever she's angry, she only go and drink
Oh.
that, and that's the reason why she has cancer. But she still
But
drinks it anyway.
yes, it's yeah. After she's diagnosed, some people say, "Well, already got it, so
Uh,
go ahead." That's the wrong mindset because that's not going to help the body to rejuvenate. The
but
immune system is just going to get weaker and weaker,
oh,
and the cancer loves that.
oh, okay. Wow. I appreciate you. I'm not going to sit here and take too much time. But
Mhm.
King Dr. Derek, are you available, please? King Dr. Derek? We can hear you a little bit, please. Just a little. Okay, now I can hear you. Okay.
All right. Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our global kings and queens. Really appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much, Queen Yvonne Finn. That was a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
And thank you. Yes. And thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Yes, right. Queen Jacqueline Warner. Really appreciate. Thank you very much. These presentations are no joke. All right. So please remember that everything here is for the building of the mind. All right. Building, because you need to build the mindset so that, you know, things can work better in the mind. Right. Um, right. So, amen. We we um we just want to thank everyone for what we are doing. Um, just to say something based on what I heard earlier today, earlier on. If you pay something inside a WhatsApp group, and you see that is why I don't paste things in WhatsApp groups, right? I really don't have WhatsApp groups, right? I paste things and send it to individual people, right? Because if persons are now saying, why you're posting unpassive things in my group, I don't even know what that means. When all of these groups are built because of unpassive. So I don't, I don't, none of these groups built because you had another business. it was built because of OnPassive. So I'm not really sure, um, why, you know, well, I know why persons are facetious and weird and all of that. What I would do is just check who is the admin for that group. And if that person is not the admin for that group, then it's neither here nor there. Um, you know, don't make it be an issue. Please, don't make it be an issue. Post wherever.
Dr. Derek, I heard you. That person is one of the admins.
It doesn't matter if it's one
Okay.
off. No, when I say the admin for the group, not just the one that name admin, the one that created the group.
Created a group. Mm.
Yes, that one is the one I'm talking about. All right, because they can be, I've been into groups where everybody's admin. Right,
Dr.
right,
D.
doctor, queen, doctor, patients. Everybody's admin. I don't know what kind of group that is, but anyway. All right, don't worry about the name
That's a group of
admin.
high esteem. That's a group of high esteem people.
Nice team people.
That's just crazy. But anyway, um, you know, it's a person who created the group I'm talking, right? And it will state it, who is the creator of the group. And if
Yeah,
you need to
there are
maybe
some
have a
groups that Dr. D. There's a group that the creator have left, and the admin just go to a random person. So yeah, WhatsApp will do that. If the creator leave the group and the group is still open, it will just give admin to another person. Yeah.
right. So don't worry about that, man. I mean, if a person saying why you're posting unpassive thing in this group, I wouldn't even make that be a
Yeah,
bother.
I
Really.
don't worry too.
I don't make that be a bother. I post same way. If they kick me out, fine. If they what have you, if they scold me like how John Barilla scold people, fine. It don't really matter. I don't know why people believe that they have to be in control. Honestly, I don't know. You know, why people have to feel like them
Power.
important
People see power
when them
important.
feel like them in control of something,
It's a
right?
very
I,
weak
I don't know.
mindset, Dr. Derek. Very
Yeah,
weak
you need to
mindset
come
because
to
you can't control
tell
other people.
whoever is doing that, don't post anything on passive. Just tell them to come to deep dive and dream team and get a good mindset, a good
Exactly.
dose of mindset. All right,
Yes,
because I don't know, that's a mindset issue.
it is.
All right, you don't have
Absolutely.
the right mindset,
You
and
don't.
this is what is delivered in dream team and deep dive, the good
Amen.
mindset, right?
Amen.
So
Yes.
whoever that is happening to, just invite them to deep dive and dream team and get a good dose of mindset because that's what they need. All right. Um, but thank you all very much. Really appreciate. And of course, weekend, right? So in the tomorrow we have the dynamic duo, and that's every weekday, but the last of this week is Friday. But they are Monday to Friday, dynamic duo, which is the twin Yvonne, Queen Dr. Yvonne, and the person who did the presentation today, which is Queen Yvonne Finn. You have them every day during the week at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So just join them. Phenomenal job they are doing there with in respective to children, especially children, the dearest thing to all of our hearts, children, and they take special care of children. So join them tomorrow, Eastern Daylight Time, 1 p.m. Dr. Yvonne and Queen Yvonne Finn join them. And then, of course, weekend, right? So Sunday, it would be Dream Team, Dr. Patient, and the Dream Team there at 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Please be it. If I'm not mistaken, it is fireside chat with Michael Williams Aim. And then of course you will dive into next week again. Next week Monday would be Queen Queen Miriam Edwards with Mindset Monday, and we follow through the week again. So please, there's so many good mindset, and I think Queen Miriam is doing a thing with love and single that First Lady Queen Dr. Benny got excited Monday gone. So that's her topic. All right, that's her topic. Anything to do with love and singleness and all of those things. Oh my goodness, you listen. You're putting First Lady Queen Dr. Benny in a role. Oh my goodness. So could join Queen Miriam and First Lady Queen Dr. Benny, and I don't for those who remember Queen Verona Willis Brown, she's also there hitting down the place with, oh my goodness, and she'll be there this Monday coming again, and also a wonderful single, and these ladies are all single. So gentlemen, please join them, because a lot of single women under my goodness. King Carlton, I say, may I dazzle with single women. More goodness gracious me. My
King
goodness.
Carlton is just smile and nothing the same. Oh, the single ladies. Okay.
Come on over to to Mindset Monday. Oh my goodness, lot of single women. All right, and I know Queen Yvonne Finn will be there, another single woman, and Dr. Ben is there, single woman. Oh my goodness, a so single woman. Oh, my dear. So come on over to Mindset Monday, and join us fireside chat on Sunday, and as I said, join the dynamic duo, Queen Dr. Yvonne and Queen Yvonne tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. All right, thank you all very much. Really appreciate it. We're now going over to the
After party.
after party with my dear Queen Dr. Nadu, and I hope also King Harold is also in the house. Wonderful. All right. Enjoy the boogie woogie, and see you on tomorrow at 1 p.m.
The
and
YouTube
then
channel.
on Sunday at 12:45 p.m. All right. Take care. Be blessed. Be safe. And remember, the first book that we are to read to get a very good mindset is the Word, the Holy Scripture, the Bible. Read it, because in it you will find wisdom. Walk good.
Greetings. Good night, everyone.
Good night. Can
Thank
you shut
you.
down the YouTube?
Recording
But I'm
stopped.
not seeing the